when I got on farm for the first day, I was so naive, like what it was gonna be. And it was the hardest work I've ever done. So if you're doing what I'm doing, you sort of kiss goodbye to your financial security and I'm not gonna get a mortgage anytime soon. Things like that. So it swings and roundabouts. Mate, the bugs and they were bad. The snakes, the spiders. You're covered in spiders all the time. And the snakes would sleep in the banana bunches because it was warm at night time. It just didn't feel right. So it made me had enough, and I was like, right, I'm gonna come home. And then thank God I come in that time, because there were a lot of people I know that got stuck out there, and they had to stay the whole time, like they couldn't leave the island. And it was terrible. And I mean, what you're gonna do is you got no choice. So it was just this for like 8 hours. I think, what am I doing with my life? And that's when you think. Like I said, we're only just getting started. We're so young, but now I've just found what I enjoy, so I'm just gonna keep at this for now. I'm already excited to come back and explore UK.
Morning fellas, welcome back to the Fine and Dandy podcast.
Podcast where two fellas catch up, sup up, and we've not made up any beer rates today.
Nope.
Today we've actually got a guest on for the first time in a while. He's a special guest, and by special I mean I went to uni with him. But he's got an interesting story. So this is Ben. I agree with you, right?
Yeah, all good. The first podcast, so it's a bit rusty, but we'll lead the way.
A bit like a sends, but so we thought we'd get Ben on. It's actually quite good timing. We've got him on because he's actually a traveller.
He's a seasoned traveller.
He's quite a veteran. He's got a few medals, so he's been about a bit, a few stamps on passport. But it's quite a good time because tomorrow, Ben, just let them all know what you're doing tomorrow.
Yeah, well, obviously you messaged me saying you wanted to come on this, and I would have been keen. But flying to Perth in the morning, so I was like, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna have to do it quick.
Absolutely mental.
So good timing. Just got us in there.
Perth on a one-way ticket, eh?
Yeah.
You got a one-way ticket?
One-way ticket, mate. Yeah, the best kind.
Did you ever get a return ticket when you go travel? By the way, Ben's a seasoned traveller.
Try to be.
Do you ever get a flight back ticket? Return.
I've only got 2 one-way tickets to play, both to Australia. Normally on the return, but it's the best feeling getting the one way, because you're completely open to what can happen. Like, I don't know, you make a bit of a plan, or you know you've got to be back at the airport at a certain kind of time, you can get a bit more into it. I feel, that's it. Just
wherever the fuck takes you.
See what, just let it happen. Like,
that's unbelievable.
Are you ever nervous?
I used to be.
Traveling alone? Do you travel alone?
Yeah, my favourite thing to do is go by myself. Like, I love that. But I used to get so nervous, but I think especially the pandemic's helped me loads. But like, had loads of time in my own head, sorting things out, and we all have. We've grown loads, haven't we, through the pandemic. So I've definitely got my nerves and stuff under control, my mind. So nerves don't even come in. I mean, I'm shit if we set up podcast now. It's shaking, but well, no, nerves. I feel like I've got over them a bit now. I can cope.
Right, I think it's quite important to take it back to start right travelling, because that's obviously, and there's a bit of that to do with, could be wrong, but uni. So we met at uni, both in graphics together. Big up Lee's, Beckett and Sal. Both in non-graphics roles, but don't worry about it.
So basically one of us finished course, one didn't. I pulled the short straw, but I can't remember what we're saying, Dan.
Well, obviously we met at uni, and your first thing, I remember your first travelling thing. You went to Thailand for 6 weeks, were it?
I think maybe like 4 weeks, something like that.
It was quite. How long ago was that? Like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, something like
something
like that.
Were it the summer that you finished, that you knocked uni ahead? Was that the one that you went to Thailand then?
That was the one, yeah. Because I remember, like, you see people on YouTube doing backpacking and stuff. Yeah. I'd be like, it's very far from what I'd done before, so I thought I'd do the 4 week whatever.
Like a little trial kind of thing.
Just tip toes in, do a trial, see how I got on, and I loved it. And that that was it.
It's quite a long time for a trial.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
I'd
be shitting myself. I'd be all inclusive, like and if I return plane ticket. Shit myself, man. It's brave, that, I think. I think it's very brave to just fuck off and do it and like not give a shit.
So I'd say what made you like start doing it? And could I be wrong in saying it's cost of uni, like it's not for me, and you just thought, let's just break from norm, break from 915, all that crap, and just
I'll
just do it.
Pretty much summed it up there for me there, yeah. Because obviously, at uni I know didn't want to do graphics anymore.
Yeah.
So it was like, well, what else am I going to do? I haven't got a trade, I didn't know. So it was just a case of what I actually enjoy. Only thing I like doing is going on holiday. So like, well,
it's got a big one.
That's there. Just keep going on holiday. Here we are.
Oh. we see the thing with travelling, right? I've always thought, right, I'll just fuck everything off and go travelling. There's no way of wording this question without mugging you off slightly.
No, go for it.
Is it? Do you ever worried, like, because it's like, for me it's like you either do a career or like fuck it off and go travelling, and like obviously you've chose that one. It's like I'm very jealous of you, and it seems like
it's the opposite as well though. Everyone who's travelling, we're looking back at home and looking at you two thinking, oh, wow, these have probably got that. These have got the shit together here, and I'm on a beach with 30p in my pocket. You know, like what am I doing with my life? Where's it going?
So do you get sort of a bit of dread for coming back kind of thing when you never say after? It's like, right, yeah, I've had my fun, but. Nah, that's when it flips, and we're ones that's laughing because you know what I mean, that kind of stuff. Is that what it is?
So I think we're probably both in the same boat where we not that we want what's on the other, what we've not got, but maybe that. You're always curious, like, oh well, what if I'd have gone down this route and things would have panned out differently, but you can't think that. You just got to go with
space cake and eat.
I think it's because I'm on, like, not necessarily on the path, but it's like I'm just look at yours. I'm very jealous because it seems like
don't be no.
You just living the dream, like experiencing world and that, and I'm just there like, oh, for fuck's sake.
If you ever feel like if you ever think that, just think the flip side. Like, there's no people have people are doing different things, but you sort of, if you're doing what I'm doing, you sort of kiss goodbye to your financial security and I'm not gonna get a mortgage anytime soon. Things like that. So it swings and roundabouts. But for me, I've got to, like, if I made myself have a corporate life now, it just wouldn't make me happy. Like, you got to go for what suits you at the time, innit? I just constantly want to sack it off and do this. So
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
When you were talking, then you mentioned like 30p in your pocket. But obviously we're joking that. But what do you do for money? Like when you do go away for 4 weeks, do you have to save up? How are you going to Australia for this time round?
I'm not too sure, but the visa I've got at the minute is a year long, so you can extend it and stuff.
Yeah.
But
have you got to like do what to prove to extend like some bananas and that? I know you've got to do a bit of work, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, as it stands now, because they're doing a new trade deal with UK and Australia,
right.
And I think it's still getting signed over and stuff. It's not quite in place. But they are going to scrap the farm work, because as it stands now, you've got to do as a Brit. You've got, and loads of other countries, you've got to do 3 months on a farm in your first year, or rural work, something like that.
There's no other choices. Let's just farm. You can't be like, I work in Australian Tesco for a bit. No.
You got to be doing. There's some other things as well, some other categories, but it's mainly farming and stuff like, say, you could probably work in a bar if it was in the outback or something. Like, it's got to be rural work. And then you got to do, if you want to stay for, that's to get your second year, and then if you want to stay for a third year, you've got to do 6 months on a farm. But yeah, they're scrapping that now. So if you're English and you want to go to Australia, you can get 3 years working holiday visa, no farming, no messing about, just going
3 years.
Yeah, it's class, that, isn't it?
So you can apply for it once, you pop for 3 years. No one makes you come back.
Yeah.
That's minimum.
Yeah, it's class. It's looking good. I think they want to make the relationship better between UK and Oz, which is good. So
we have been political and boring. Like, is that a Brexit thing? Is that something that's happening because we're not in the EU and all?
I wouldn't have a clue, Dan.
I'd imagine it's got a bit something to do with it.
Yeah, you would think, and maybe because I don't know. They want to strengthen the connection with one country because they've sort of weakened connections with others. I'm not too sure. I'm talking like I know anything about it.
This could be absolute bollocks, but in something like you can't go to Australia, or I'm talking to live there. You can't go if you're over the age of 25. If you're not like a fireman or a surgeon, or you haven't got something to offer the country. Or is that just complete shit?
I think like you say, to live there. I think if you're wanting to stay forever, then you have to have a trade or this kind of something an important exactly you can't be at TK and tokens out changing room again.
So you obviously mentioned like that 3 year thing. In your mind, could you possibly stay for 3 years? Like, would that be a thing that you would do?
I don't know. When I went last time, I was in mindset that maybe I could and I would never, I could have just gone and stayed because I'd never been before. So obviously, before you've been somewhere, you don't know if you're gonna like it, how you feel, do you? So, and I think it upset me a lot more leaving last time. So like, I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know how long it's gonna be till I see my family and friends again, whatever. You just don't know what. But this time, I'm like, I think I'll just flit in between. I love that. Maybe do a year, come back. Do a year in another, whenever you're ready again, kind of thing. I like that flexibility, so I think maybe I'll do that again.
I was gonna mention it earlier when you say about, when we're on about seeing the other side of the corner and you want what we've got and we want that kind of stuff. How does it work? Sustaining, like, I'd imagine, so you've obviously done like a bit sounds like when we talked before, you've done like a week of send off, like seeing all your mates and family and that. But how does it go on? Because I get the impression that you just go off live your life and it's literally like fucking Fast and Furious going like that, innit? But like your relationships I don't know, how do you maintain them, kind of thing? That's what I'm trying to say. How is it to come back after a year? You'll have been a different person. It's like all Ben man off between us, but you will like you'll have grown up, changed. And
each side's in it, yeah.
Do you find like you come back in and you expect it to work differently? And do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How is it?
No, I hear it. I was so scared for that reason, thinking, if I spend a bit of time away from my mates, we're gonna be different people. The friendship's gonna fade. I'm not gonna have anyone to come back to, kind of thing. And I was worried, thinking before that that's gonna happen, but. I kept in contact with my mates, FaceTime, texting, whatever, not all, whenever. And I've come back and even close. I mean, honestly, even closer to my mates now and maybe the lockdown helped that as well. It was good timing.
True.
Helped us all bond a lot more. But I didn't lose any mates, so.
Well, you're here now. So, well, I can say you won't really chase because you're still the same twat. So
yeah, that's it.
What about what did your parents think? When you I mean, I suppose you went for your initial testing, but when you went to Oz before COVID, which I think we'll get on to, what were they like? Were they just like, go for it, or
they've been well supportive. They've obviously.
Have they always been like that, or were they a bit like, oh, come on, Ben, you ought to fucking get your shit together? And
I don't know, maybe in the head they're both, because me and my sister are living very different lives. Like she's probably smashing it. She's working her way up in the NHS and nice. She's doing really well. So I think in comparison, our lives are very different. Yeah. So you think, I don't know whether they think, oh, why don't you do it? Why do you do like this, like Beth, But at the same time, I think they appreciate that we're doing stuff different, and they've always been well supportive. They love that. I'm just, I don't know.
Sound lad, fucking
free spirit a bit, yeah, that's it.
At least we've got one child straight to never on.
Yeah, that's maybe not the thinking.
What did we start saying there then, by the way? We started like early travel, and we just got on to loads
of we skipped a bit. So you went, let's go back to your first time you went travelling, so it was Thailand, weren't it?
Yeah.
4 or 6 weeks, let's say. So, like, why Thailand? Is that just, to me, I think it's the most cliche. It looks unbelievable, I'm sure you're going to say it's the best place ever, but there's got to be a reason that it's so cliche that Thailand it is, do you know what I mean?
I don't know why it is, but because it is every man and his I can't speak. Every man and his dog goes, don't they? And I don't know. Maybe it's because of the ease of it all. I don't know. But it was the easiest place to travel. Like,
is it? It's basically built for travellers.
It seems that way. Yeah. You're really going eyes closed. Even though the culture's complete opposite to in England.
What's it like?
It's mad, mate. It's a crazy place.
Which is what I'd want to go to it. I know you sound probably cliche, but I would want to go because maybe Australia. I would go, but it doesn't appeal to as much as like I'm going back. I'm sure if I went, I'd enjoy it, but I think it's just like surely it's just England, but hotter. Big spiders. Whereas I want a place I really want to go is like Tokyo, Japan.
Okay, yeah.
Like I want to go somewhere that's like completely different.
It's the opposite. It's the opposite of here, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm like I hear that. And maybe Thailand's that as well. And it's so cheap. So cheap.
It's like 30p in pocket goes a long way.
Yeah. That would have lasted me the 4 week. It's crazy. So maybe that attracts a lot of people.
Where do you stay? Do you have to book accommodation like for 4 weeks? Or because like because you've been like an open-ended ticket to Australia. I know I keep going back onto Australia.
Yeah.
But like, where have you planned to stay? Have you got anybody you know? Or?
I've got Airbnb for the first few nights, and then I'm meeting an old friend for the week in Oz. So we're in a hotel. But then after that, I'll get an apartment. But
nice.
with we like shorter trips. Then I just go for like I don't know, couple it all depends what you're doing, doesn't it? But a couple of nights, just booking.com, Airbnb, just get things for a couple of nights and then move on.
Can you just rock up to like an hostel and just I want to stay tonight?
Yeah, people do that. I've never done that, to be fair. I will always, even if I'm stood outside the thing,
booking.com.
Yeah, then walking with code. But some people are even more afraid. They'll just turn up with places. But yeah, I've got to inspect on bathrooms and stuff. Had you everything before? Yeah. And you mentioned hostels. Like I've stayed in hostels before, and they've been good. Like I've had a good time.
A few rape alarms and that.
Yeah, that's it.
A few of them scenarios.
But
wanking next door. What is the wanking situation when you're away now?
Oh dear, yeah. Some people don't hold back, eh?
Is it bad in hospitals? Because I mean, this is the thing. Because I'm literally used to England or going to Spain, like, as default as you are. Like in England, I suppose you never rock somewhere on that day and just go, I'll stop here.
No, you
never stop in a hostel. That's minging, isn't it?
It's vile, mate. Yeah.
But like obviously there it is like the backpacking experience and it gets it.
And don't get me wrong, I've turned my nose up at it all. You know, it's not really our scene, is it?
No.
But I think it depends where you are. If you're in like maybe a beach setting or something, and you've got mates, and you sort of fill the room kind of thing, and it's bunk beds in a room, and you know everyone in there. It can be a good laugh. Yeah. I've stayed in them before, but when I was younger, and even now, I'm like, oh no, I couldn't go in. I couldn't go back in there. No, not a chance.
So
too much.
Where is like worst? What's your worst night's sleep or worst scenario you've been on?
Oh no.
You've had some rotters.
Yeah,
worse than hostels, I'd imagine.
Yeah, and this is what you don't see on social media, isn't it?
Yeah,
you think you said, they're living this great life, but you don't see no one ever shows the bad sides of it, which maybe people should do, but I don't know. Yeah, when you said the worst, I think the one that comes... I booked a thingy travelling in between the islands in Thailand. I booked a boat and they sold me this like, luxury boat, get your own cabin and stuff. And oh my days, come down in this boat and into I don't know what they call like the lower floor anyway. And it was just for me like a 60 person long mattress on each side. It was bad. I'll have to show you the photo on my phone earlier, but it was bad. And
so you're getting spooned. You're absolutely human centipede.
Yeah. It was terrible. Yeah. And I mean, what you're gonna do is you got no choice. So it was just this for like 8 hours. I think, what am I doing with my life? And that's when you think, why am I not at home with a mortgage?
Yeah, but it's all part of the fun, I suppose.
Yeah, it can be fun sometimes. Yeah.
Do you think travelling is like glorified and like maybe sold to be something that it's not, if you know what I mean? You know, when you were saying like it doesn't show like. So I suppose what I'm asking actually, what is the bad side to travelling?
Yeah, the bad there's a lot, I suppose, isn't there? Even when you go on, I don't know. I think there's a bit deep, but there's negatives about every single thing we do in life, isn't there? And I think it depends what you focus on and what you're aiming to get out of the travelling. Like, I don't know. So it's such a shit answer from me. Sorry, but
no, but there'll be shit sides, but I imagine that 90% of it's like.
Is that the case? Like, is it like 90% is mint as fuck? So you're happy to deal with 10% of shit?
I can say for me, then yeah. My other people would say the opposite. It will be 10% good and 90% awful.
Yeah. So it depends what kind of person you are, isn't it? Like you're outgoing anyway. You always have been, kind of thing. So.
And I go for the.
iPad password. But like if you're like an introvert or like someone who's not been very outgoing in England,
you're probably gonna hate it.
And if you do like creature comforts, like I would just sleep, outside under a tree. I'm not asked, but some people like even you went to Greenfields, I went to Greenfields the other week, like trying to convince like you went for you and me, didn't you? Never been back since because you don't fucking you need like a bathroom and stuff.
No, like, I don't. I like to be able to like get washed and that, and like if I need to be sick, like I need a toilet that I can be sick in.
No,
I don't think you can be sick in Greenfield toilet because it's full of shit all the time.
You couldn't have this year, they were bad out this year. They upped it, mate.
I thought they were alright, them little ones where you like shitting, like fucking Henry VIII toilet, innit? 20 for some sawdust.
Yeah, there was some off the Tudors, weren't they, this year? They were bad. But yeah, I think that's a good example. Like, maybe you would sum up a experience at a festival from bad because of the things like that, like toilet wear. Even though we're quite clean and bothered about stuff like that, then at Creamfield's a festival, I just think it's all part of it. Like,
yeah,
it's absolutely horrendous going to the toilet and stuff, but.
It wouldn't be the same if everyone did have their own bathroom and stuff. Like,
no,
it's part of pissing.
It's all part of it.
Pissing a bottle and lobbing it.
Yeah, and you can definitely. I said I weren't nervous. I'm picking myself the bits here on it. I'm through to bone. Yeah, I don't even know.
Do you miss home comforts though when you're away?
Yeah, sometimes. Even just things like having a day in. And it's raining and you could just sit on the sofa and
we aren't feeling guilty.
We aren't feeling guilty about it. Yeah.
So this might be jumping straight in, but I think that's perfect. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like off days, or do you ever just wish you could just be like, or do you feel guilty you've got to make most of every single day while you're out there? Like, there's no switch off, is it constant just go? I think
you're definitely more cautious about it. 'Cause even like when you go on holiday, like you want to make, it's a situation you want to make the most of, innit? And
it's precious,
I think,
isn't it? You don't get it back.
Yeah, that's it. It's precious. So I think maybe you're more inclined to do things, and even if you don't, if you can't be arsed, you just sort of push yourself and do and make sure you're active all the time. But yeah, there's definitely, and I do have days if I do just want to chill inside and cane the reel, then I'll do it. You know, sometimes you got to get that dopamine fix in it, and just chill out. Yeah.
I'm glad you said that, because I always feel like, when I look at travelling people and that, I feel like they always do this full time. And
it must be knackered.
You'd be exhausted, wouldn't you?
Even on holiday, like I went away for 7 days over there, and I do want one day to snip ruin like TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't just feel like I'm wasting my holiday. And that,
you do feel bad for that, eh?
But I suppose on holiday you have got that luxury space of you can do that kind, but I just can't get around. Travelling, where would you like? Do you have to go to like a coffee shop in fucking Starbucks in Thailand or what? Like,
well, that's it. If
where's just a chilling space? It's not a beach. I think beach you get away with it, don't you? Because it's like relaxed and that. But
but it's not sat on the sofa, is it?
Muscles, and you've slept on a 60-man deep mattress. Like, where's your chill time? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. If I've been on the move in countries like. And I'm not settled down, obviously because you would have an apartment or something, and you've got a home where you can go and scroll real. But if you're on the move and it's fast paced, then you don't have that luxury, and that's I don't know, I quite miss that sometimes. So if I just wanted to chill out and have some downtime, I'll always go to if I'm in a city or something, I'll always go to like the gardens or something in the city, or like everyone's got a botanical garden or something. Yeah.
Oh, fair play.
Kind of thing.
What is your relationship like with your phone when you're like? Are you constantly on it? I don't know. I'm assuming you won't, because I don't see, apart from when you're in Scunthorpe, like can't get enough. Like I always wonder what people, because I think a lot of people go travelling and do it just for Instagram, so they are like obsessed and constantly like taking photos. Well, I suppose they're not really taking photos, but do you know what I mean? But like, how is it just a tool to book hotels and camera and that's it? Like,
that's the ideal situation
kind of thing, or are you like sat in Elephant Sanctuary but you're on TikTok?
The ideal situation would be you just purely use it for what you need to, isn't it, and not abuse it at all. But I'd be sat lying saying, I've got a good relationship with my phone. I think we all would be if say they've got us in a bad place, haven't they? The phones, like they've got a lot of us times, but. I think I try and be I'm more mindful of it, of not being on my phone, because you see it always makes me cringe, if you're around places or you go even at festivals and stuff anywhere, like, or and people are taking photos and videos, you think, what's your intention behind that? Like, are you taking it for yourself, or is that just
enjoy the moment, innit?
Just enjoy the moment, stop thinking about how many likes that's gonna get and stuff. But yes, and it's that for that reason, time away off my phone, it's always scared me away from going down that business route of like travel vlogging or something, or that kind of
become like attached to it kind of thing. I have to rely on it for like a business purpose kind of thing.
I'd hate that. Hats off to people who do it, because I'm a consumer of that. I love watching people do it. But for me, if I think to myself doing that, and I don't know, you're going on these amazing trips and you just want to soak it in, but you've got to look through it through a screen, and you're thinking, what's the viewers gonna want? Thinking of the content all the time. That would ruin it for me, and it'd take me out of the present moment. So
100%.
For me, I'm all about.
If you would have ever done like a travel vlog or something, but obviously not. You want to live in moment and that.
It's
probably better doing it that way, isn't it?
I bet all your best moments from travelling, all your best memories, you didn't have your phone at any point. You didn't have it out at any point from, did you?
100%.
I bet you've got some good stuff caught on camera, but it's not like if you see. I mean, I don't know what you've seen, but I don't know if you're gonna fucking Northern Lights, you just stay with your phone. You just there's no better for me than just being there, remembering that you were there, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, mate.
Like,
just living in it.
Who looks back at the things like, and going back to Greenfields? I know I've been a million times that, but I remember when I went with you first year, I probably took about 20. I filled my phone full of videos. Not for social makes it like ages ago.
Never look back.
But just because I was like, oh, I'm buzzing, maybe a bit young, and whatever. Like, this is sick. But and then since then, like, I just same way anyway. I don't really take photos or videos out because I don't look back at them. And it's just like, there's no better than just you're in that tent with a thing and the tunes on, but just like soaking it up as opposed to you turn around and everyone's. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's good. That's good. That just living in the moment when you can. It's that's the goal, mate.
Has travelling changed your views on anything? Like, you see that what Dan was saying, and like, how it's like maybe you get to see people maybe not living like the best travelling experience. Has it changed your views on other stuff, or just?
I don't know, mate. Maybe, yeah, but maybe without me not knowing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether travelling itself has maybe.
Has it made you appreciate stuff like you've been to Thailand, but I imagine you've been to some. And we'll get into what other place you've been, not just Thailand, Australia, but you've been some place like it's rough for kids or something. I don't know if you've seen begging kids. Has seen that up in your eyes? So like, when you come home, you're grateful for like stuff that we take for granted, all that kind of stuff.
Big style, mate. Yeah, that exactly. I think it's been humbling to come back home. And you realise like just to be English, we're some of the richest people in the world. You know,
by default, innit?
Yeah, even if you don't bones your ass here, like we're rich, you know. And I think it's humbling that to see, and you think right now maybe it sounds so cringe, but you can think about all the people that are worse off than us right now.
True.
Yeah, it's amazing to spider on microphone there, but I can't even hear me speak. Get me warmed up for us, innit?
Hey, like a freaks.
Yeah.
I'd shit myself about spiders in Australia. I know it's not a good question, but
have you seen some beauties?
Yeah, some big ones like
yeah.
Is it not exaggerated? They are just.
So they're bad. They're so
that, man.
I know.
Do you have to sleep like fucking one eye open at all times?
The ritual is always to check my bed when I go to bed. I couldn't go to sleep without checking bed.
Oh, fuck that. What about like toilet and that? Like, sit down, cock good thing, spider straight on.
It's standard, yeah.
Trying to get some hands on it.
Get me a
Yeah.
Spiders are bad, aren't they? But and the snakes are the snakes are bad, but I'm not that asked about snakes. No, are you not?
No, I don't think I am. But I think if there were one just here, like quite a meaty one, I think
we'd
probably have something to say.
Maybe I'm scared of them. I'm quite keen. Good lads.
Yeah, the spiders aren't the one.
I've got a weird question on here. I just want probably a shit time to bring it up.
I'm ready.
Have you ever been robbed? Because that's one of my biggest fears.
No, I never
traveling,
have.
You know?
Have you ever robbed anyone then?
Yeah, no. I've never been robbed. Like someone's physically took something off me. I've left stuff and it's been nicked, but that's standard, isn't it? You're asking for it, but
have you been scammed then?
I always feel like a solo traveller. I don't know. I'd shit myself all the time. Like someone's gonna fucking get me in an alleyway here and
fucking
nick all my shit.
Yeah, I think you always got to be streetwise, isn't it? Wherever you are, try to be, but no, I never felt like scared or anything, you know, in that situation. Apart from Paris, I would say that's the only exception.
I can vouch for that because I spent 10 minutes moving from one train station to other. I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah.
North of Paris. Yeah, when we were working, we just had to. We got a train from airport to. We were trying to get a switching one to another city, so I had to go from airport to Galdon or something. We were 10-minute walk down the street to another one, and fuck me, I thought I was gonna die. It was awful.
It's bad,
I
mate.
would never go. Yeah, terrible. Apparently, Paris only actual like tiny little bits nice, and the rest of it's like slums and awful. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm just going for a tangent, like. But
no, it's that sums up Paris in a nutshell. I'd say like. Yeah, I've seen people got robbed on the train and stuff. First time I've ever seen people. It's horrible, isn't it?
What, have you seen it first hand?
Yeah, I see people snatching things off and running off the. You what?
Do you like get involved or just like?
No.
It's mad. Robinson
sit with a mask
on. You got to wait till next stop with their stuff, like. Get off at the same station as them. Anyway, nice to meet you, pal.
Cheers, what for?
Fuck that. I think we actually do need to say as well. Where the fuck have you been? We ain't even covered that yet. Like, what countries have you been to?
Probably be disappointed. I'm only just getting started. You know.
Spain.
Yeah, that's it. Done. I'm off. I don't know. When I was a kid, we'd always go on holidays to to the Highlands in Scotland and Lake District and stuff. Nice. So I'd not been abroad when I was a kid. Maybe in Spain, but we always travelled to England.
Right.
And then I'm trying to think when.
So maybe that's got. Did you do like a lot of walking and all that kind of stuff. Them kind of holidays are.
Yeah,
like
so
camping and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. We're
So
camping all the time.
It's actually been there for quite a while, hasn't it? Like
Yeah.
You've grown up with it, sort of thing.
I said to him and dad, I think maybe that's like put the foundations in for me, like
Definitely.
appreciating nature and stuff and getting in there. But yeah, I'd not gone abroad until maybe I was like 16, I think.
Really?
I went with the girlfriend at the time, and then yeah, we kept going to different places. Yeah, I went all where have we been, like. Oh, I've said it's Spain so far.
Why have we wasted time getting you on?
Why am I here? Why you got me on? Yeah, we went around the Emirates, so like
Dubai on that?
yeah, Dubai, Abu Dhabi.
Is Dubai shite? I need it from a seasoned traveller.
I don't know. I think the layout of the city is rubbish. Like,
Is it?
but it's a cool place. I can't remember. I went when I was at uni, didn't I? So I can't think how long ago it was.
I remember you going, and I think you went before it sort of turned into like a proper Instagram place, mate.
Yeah,
maybe. Just before,
yeah.
So I reckon if you went back now, you might see a different side.
Yeah, that's true, because it's just where all influencers flood, isn't it? And pose like.
And get shit on in the mouth and that. I've seen all that stuff.
yeah.
I've been
Yeah,
trying
that's
to get
bad,
that
eh?
video up for months, mate. I'm just desperate for a cheeky wanker for that video. I can't find it. Like Dubai porta potty or something. I'm like, on that way. Trying to get hands on it. No.
There's some seedy stuff going on there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So Emirates, Dubai, that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Paris?
Yeah, I went to Paris. That went last year.
Been to Dam.
Been to Dam.
Oh,
How could I
yeah.
forget? Yeah,
Been to
that's. I tried to get we used to when you used to were going, didn't you?
I don't know if I was going. I can't
No,
remember.
me, you and Ibbot, weren't it?
Yeah, for the first time. Who did you go with? You went again.
Oh,
I think.
it was doing for us.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
it.
yes.
Yeah. I was trying to
Yeah,
scrape
yeah,
coins
yeah.
together, but I couldn't. So
Yeah. Forgot about that.
yeah, Dam's a good place, eh?
Dam's fucking.
So-
Finally, I can talk about some travel.
Yeah.
All the times that I've been.
No,
like
no
GTA,
rules
isn't it?
apply. It's class, eh?
mint. And obviously loads of weed in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool stuff.
Cool stuff.
Amsterdam. We've been to Spain.
We've been to
Fuck
Spain,
Spain,
yeah,
man.
that's it.
Australia.
Yeah,
Thailand.
Australia and Thailand, and then just as the pandemic hit, I managed to get around Europe a little bit. Went to France and Switzerland.
Travelling or just on holidays? Or
Just
like,
just little holidays. So
right.
like with people I've met through travelling,
Really?
yeah, that's been a really fun bit. Like I say, yeah, come over. Went to a place called Verbier in Switzerland, and it's somewhere I would never have the pocket to go.
Yeah.
And yeah, one of my friends, she's a great chef. Like,
That you met while you were travelling?
yeah, met
So
her
you
on
met these
met her in the
people abroad,
farm.
and then whenever everyone had to go back home, she's like, "Oh, come see me." And
Yeah, she got another job, and yeah, she'd been a few different places. She'd been in London, and I went and seen her down there, but yeah, she was in this place in Switzerland, and it was incredible to get to go there. It's where all the Richard Branson lives there and stuff. There's all these
really?
rich and famous village. It's crazy.
Nice.
So I'm a bit of a fish out of water, but duck out of water. But yeah, it were class. Went skiing and stuff the first time, and but yeah, I love that the opportunities that come through there, meeting people. And you just get a flight, you got free place to stay and stuff. That's that's been ace.
Do you say you keep in touch with a lot of like people you met?
Not loads,
No.
but yeah, I've met some good people and keep in contact. Like, I mean, you're gonna be mate for a long time. We never speak. it can go for it can go for years, and your relationship doesn't get affected if it's a good bond. So
That's true.
yeah, a lot of that.
Do you meet a lot of twats?
Yeah, big time, eh?
Really?
Yeah.
Is it full of Benn, mate? I mean, man's like them kind of.
They're knocking about, yeah, but I don't got time for people like that. So you just you know what kind of people you attract and you get on with, don't you? So, but yeah, it's full of them, this planet, isn't it?
Where do you meet them? Like, I'm trying to meet new friends. Like, when you go out there, like, because you're on your own, I just feel a bit like awkward. I
Yeah, but I bet everyone is, so that's
yeah.
Oh, but I still get that feeling now. I'm like, I couldn't think of anything worse than going to a bar and trying to make mates.
That's it, innit? They definitely think you like gay.
Yeah.
Which I would be, but if I make a cool mates along the way, why not?
If that's what it takes, mate. Sorry, I'm wrecking table here. Yeah, I've never been one to approach people, but I just think I always just try and make friends naturally wherever, like, even if it's here. I don't know. I would never force. If you get chatting to someone on a day trip or something, or you're working or something, working's always a good place to meet people, innit? Or
it can be the most random things, like any reasons of speaking, and then from that it just sparks off.
Yeah,
Doesn't it?
yeah.
I think that you can apply that just like say in English.
Yeah,
can't
exactly. Yeah.
Like
Whereas I wouldn't go pub here in your town and start chatting. No chance. But if you got,
you get knocked out, I wouldn't bother if I were you.
yeah, it wouldn't last long, would I?
No.
We'll be chatting for long.
You
Keep
see,
an
when
eye
you get
on
off
him.
at a flight, what's the first thing you fucking do? Because I've obviously only ever been abroad with like somebody else.
Was we a coach to take you to Weeman?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I forget the
I see my
transfer.
chewy rep and I'm like, hi,
Yeah.
But like, you get off. I imagine you've got like no plans straight away, or you might have planned somewhere. Well, I just go nearest pub and like have a drink and that.
I reckon that's my plan this time.
Is it?
Yeah, I reckon I'll just I'm staying quite close to the beach in Perth, so I reckon I will just after my flight is horrific. It's like 50 hours travel.
50?
Not the whole flight, but the days, because I've just got a cheap ticket, so I've got loads. I've got like 4 airport stop-offs, big like stinking 12-hour waits in Singapore and stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be a long day, but.
Any likely airport in that?
I think so. Yeah, I think you better have a wander around, unless you have to get a visa if you leave. I don't know. I'll soon find out anyway. But yeah, either straight to the pub, Andy, or straight to the beach, something like that.
Yeah.
That'll do.
That's the dream.
How much were your tickets, Perth?
I think I paid about maybe 600 quid or something.
That's
for
a cheap one. There's 50 stopovers.
Yeah.
So what's the rate? I'm going straight to. Can you fly straight to Perth from England?
They do. Yeah, they do a direct now from London to Perth. I don't know. I don't think it'd be that much more, to be fair. Like maybe it cost $1,000 or something for the.
Maybe it's nice to break it up a bit. You don't know.
Yeah,
24 hours on a plane.
It'd be intense.
It's a nice plane. That's some mad. I don't think I could do mental.
No, it'd be hard, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You got to stretch the bones and somehow.
Have you been to America?
No, mate. I've not been to that side of the world.
Really?
I would love
Is
to.
it in Cheshire?
Yeah. The whole planet. I want to go to the whole. I want to see it all. So yeah.
To be fair, this is like leading me on to the next bit. You probably don't know the answer, to be fair, but like, do you ever see it stopping travelling, or is this like maybe a lifestyle you're probably just gonna live forever?
Oh,
Like,
who knows, mate? I've no idea. I don't want to get too deep, but
What I do?
I'm yeah, at this time.
You got tissues, don't worry.
I don't know, like life. Who knows when your when your life's gonna come to an end? So, and I can't bother agreeing with it, but.
do you feel pressure? And this is a bit like when we said about you leave your mates behind there of all that was 9-5, the normal boring life. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's far from it, I think. But
do you feel pressure like? I think we're at that. Well, you're a couple of years younger than us, aren't you? But I don't know. You get to like 28 or something. We're not there yet, but I need to get a burden. I need to get a partner now and settle down and all that. Does that stuff cross your mind? Like, how am I gonna come back at 35 and not have a partner or whatever? I suppose it doesn't actually matter, does it? But these are the normal pressures of like society, aren't they? Like you go get a job, you get an house, you have kids, you do this. Do you feel them, or are you just like, I am not even thinking about these for the time being, and whatever happens will happen? Is that what you do?
Because it's like we've almost got a timeline when it's acceptable to do these different things, isn't it?
It's like planned out for you, isn't it? Like what everybody should be doing. At this point.
And if you're not doing
it,
them,
you're like,
what are you?
fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
But what's it now?
It really don't, does it? And that's where I'm at now. I'm like, you just do what you want at time, and
you just need to snap. Everyone needs to snap out of that thing. What like that timeline that you said, like. If you snap out of that, then you won't worry about anything.
And also,
no.
What's it? All right, if you got with if I say my missus for and that's me done. There's people that go through shit managers and they break up at 40 anyway, and then it's like,
it's true.
What's the point anyway?
Yeah. Your life can start.
Can you?
No, because we've no idea what's coming in future. So I just think sometimes no point planning for it, is there?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm fucking everything off me. I'm going to Ireland.
Have you had Christmases abroad?
Yeah, I've only had one. I was in Sydney for Christmas.
What was that like?
Oh, it was class. Yeah, I had a really good time. Yeah, because we'd all gone from I'd met loads of people on the banana farm before. I'll talk about that in a minute. But and then sort of when everyone, because we'd done it for the visa, so once everyone had got the days for the visa, a lot of people moved to Sydney or they moved to Melbourne. So yeah, because I was, it was strange having your first Christmas alone, wasn't it? Yeah. Sort of rattling around for mates, but there was loads. There was like 50 of us all going. Yeah, all living around Sydney. All just went to the beach on Christmas Day and had a bit of had a mad party. It was class. Yeah. They have like.
They do have barbecues abroad.
only get them here.
Famous with barbecues, aren't they?
Yeah, they have them all set up on beach and stuff like. Yeah, it's class.
Well, they don't have like fucking gravy in that for Christmas. I know it's a boring as fuck question, but I bet they don't have a gravy for Christmas dinner. I bet it's like shrimp in there.
Something like that. Oh. But I don't know about yous, but I'm not really bothered about Christmas, me. So
I'm not giving a fuck.
No, couldn't care less.
I think once dinners that I've understood it can actually be quite a sad time to be honest with you, can't it? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
What now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not about it, so.
No presents this year. So if you did a Christmas at Sydney, you'll be there for New Year.
Yeah,
What would that like?
Because
Because that's always like,
epic, yeah.
growing up, you know, before you go out for New Year, you'd always watch it on telly and it's Sydney's. It's like 2:00. Sydney's
The first one.
New Year, aren't they? So you always see them on telly, and it's like, well, what are your opinions on New Year? Whether you like it or not, we'll put that to the side. But I still think it's quite interesting. Like Sydney does it first and all that. So what would it like to be? Were you at like big firework thing and all that?
Yeah, it was class. We was in you know Nat.
Yeah.
She was staying. We were staying with each other at the time in an apartment, and yeah, we both went to the harbour. We were just outside the Opera House, like for the New Year's, and it was amazing. Yeah, a good firework display. There was a big wall of fire coming down the over the harbour bridge and stuff. Yeah, it was class. But I'm comparing Christmas to New Year's. Yeah, when it comes to that time of year, I'm always excited for New Year's. That's the big one. Starting another lap round the sun. Like that's something to celebrate for me. I love that. Yeah.
I literally spent it in Barnsley and you fucking had like a fucking beautiful Sydney Opera House and that. Fuck's sake.
At least go to Leeds or something.
Yeah, that's it. Come on.
That's hilarious, by the way. That I'm just looking at them questions there, and I was saying about wanking earlier. Like, you actually written down as a question, what's the wanking situation?
Couldn't wait to ask, lad, could you?
No, literally. I want to talk to you about the banana farm, but to lead on to banana, a food-related question.
Yeah.
When you are travelling in places like Thailand and stuff, and obviously you're vegan, aren't you?
Yeah.
Is it difficult to eat vegan while you're out there?
Well, I'd.
Did you just suck it? Did you just shelve it for the 12
Yeah, I
minutes?
just put blinkers on when I'm on holiday.
Yeah.
No one can see what. No, I'm joking. Well, I'd only turned vegan in the lockdown, so maybe like 2 years ago or something. So I've only been to a couple, maybe like 4 countries, 5 countries or something. Eating plant-based diet, and it's been a breeze. Yeah, I was really surprised. I was thinking, I'm gonna come back. I mean, there's nothing on me anyway, but I thought I'd come back, probably dying, hungry. But no, I've been. Where was it? I was most worried about Egypt. I was thinking, they don't even know what vegan is. So yeah.
As a pyramid.
Yeah. But no, it was bang on. I had some of the best food of my life when I was there. Yeah, it was class. I didn't get the food poisoning either, so maybe that's a little hack there to eat the plant based. But it's I don't know if it's where it come from, the falafel. I don't know if it's where it was invented. But
there's some green balls in it.
No, it's like it's made from beans. Yeah, chickpeas, and the Egyptians use a fava bean. So it's like it's bright green. The falafel ball.
Sorry.
It's
fucking ball. It is green.
What did you say? I thought you said it come from a bottle or something. Sorry.
I said I thought they like green balls, like to look at.
Oh yeah. Completely mugged you off there, mate. Sorry, but yeah, it's exactly what falafel is.
Just like
tonight. But yeah, home to the best falafel in the world. It would bang on. Yeah, is it normally like? I don't know. Maybe 3-4 years ago. I wouldn't know, but I can assume it was. I can just imagine it was difficult to get.
Asia. But like, because they just eat old like crabs and all that.
Yeah.
Crabs like quite normal, like beef and that. No, they're like
chicken feet and shit.
They're like spiders. Have you ever? What's that like? Because I'd love to go to there. I would try it.
Eating the scorpions and stuff.
Yeah.
Have
you done all that?
I didn't dare. No. They're meant to be really good. The insects but no. I didn't
scorpion
dare.
and that.
Yeah. But
is there a lot of that shit in like Thailand, like loads of street food kind of stuff?
Yeah, and the street food is bang on, to be fair.
Bit nerve-wracking maybe.
Bit nerve-wracking, yeah. You think it's a bit of a Russian roulette if you're gonna wake up, but it's cheap. You pay like 50p for your dinner, so
fucking hell, really?
That's probably pushing it.
I bet it's either unbelievable or unbelievably shit in it.
Yeah,
There's no in between.
Yeah, no in between.
Is there a Mackey's there?
Where's not a Mackey's? I've not been to anywhere that's not been a Mackey's.
Really?
Do you always try it?
Yeah,
of course. You always got mayo cheese.
I know.
Sometimes it's different though. Like when I went to Germany once and they had like fucking shrimp and that, like McShrimp.
Yeah, they do have different stuff abroad.
It's all different, man. It's mad.
You can always have your staple, can't you?
Oh yeah. We always got normal shit.
Yeah.
You can get a little bit of different shit, like in Egypt and that.
Aye, I bet it was half of people eating plant based like a couple of years ago. Cause I mean, you go anywhere there's big style. So there'll be no options anywhere, and I bet they just struggle. But it seems like you can go anywhere now, and you don't have to look up if there's an option. It seems to be an option everywhere. Yeah. So it's pretty easy. Like
so bananas.
Let's talk bananas.
Are you the master of bananas now? Dan said you worked at like a banana farm or something, but obviously I ain't talked to you about it. Like, what the fuck is it? How did you get working there? Is it hard work?
The hardest.
Really?
Mate, I could not believe it. I didn't know what to expect at all. I mean, we're not it's alien to us, isn't it? This kind of thing, like this side of life, and so obviously you had to do the farming for Australia visa and for a second year.
Sorry, how quickly from landing on getting there to banana picking? Like, is it like, the fun's 4 weeks away, you got to pick all these bananas? You know what I mean?
Well, you just organise it yourself. You got to just find a farm, which is it's really hard. Like people really struggle to find work, and some people will spend most of the visa just trying to get the farm work
waste of time.
Yeah, exactly. People were full on waste of time. But I was really lucky. I got. I think I've been there about 2 or 3 months or something, just travelling. Yeah. And they're like, right, come on, start when it comes to the winter, start and do the farming. Yeah, wow. When I got on farm for first day, I was so naive, like what it was gonna be. Yeah. And it was the hardest work I've ever done.
What work were it like? You weren't picking bananas.
Yeah, picking bananas. So
there's got to be more to it than just picking bananas.
I thought when they told me this, I thought you just pull them off.
Yeah, just the perfect height.
Yeah. Pick one banana, that's been after my farm.
Well, if only, mate. The first day you clock in and you're there in the banana fields with a massive machete, and you've got to cut the thingies down, sort of cut an X in the banana tree, and that sort of makes it fold, and then you pull the bunch down, the tree sort of bends in half, and then you machete the back of the stalk where it's clipped on, and it's on your shoulder. Yeah, then chuck that on the trailer. You take it in turns to drive the tractor, like, so you've got a break.
Spotify.
Yeah, that's it. Quick scroll. And yeah, they go and get packed away.
Is it pretty much that rinse repeat?
Rinse repeat, yeah.
For how long? How long's a shift?
I think maybe like 8-9 hours or something, whatever. But it was brutal work.
Paid, obviously, for it.
Yeah, you got decent money, to be fair. But wow, it's the danger. Like, you should get whoever's working on the bananas now. We just go Tesco and pick his fruit like it's nothing. You think nothing of it, and you think all the stuff's that's gone behind every single item in the supermarket. Yeah, hats off to all the fruit pickers out there. They'll see it all. But when I said that it's dangerous, like from all the disease and things you can get, and the bugs and they were bad. Like the snakes, the spiders. You're covered in spiders all the time.
You're covered in spiders all the
time. Yeah, and the snakes would sleep in the banana bunches because it was warm at night time. So you'd get the first thing in the morning. You get the bananas on your back. And then all the things, everyone's shouting snakes. There, you got to drop the thing because they were waking up. Yeah. Then they were coming out the bunch.
Shoulder.
And they have this snake called a taipan in Australia, and it's I don't know if it's world deadliest or what. It's pretty deadly anyway.
She can do some damage.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm sure it's like if you get bit, you're done. You maybe got like half hour or something. You have to look up the facts, but it's lights out. Like, you fucked it.
What, they're known to be in banana farms?
Yeah, it's in about time. It would not.
You've seen one of these things?
Yeah, they're rattling about the thingy all the time.
Like, when you go, they just go, hey, there's your machete, fuck off, pal.
Crack on, yeah, that was more or less it, yeah. I think everyone said, I'd met, they were like, don't do bananas, don't, because it was ruthless, whatever. But there would have been easier ones.
What are other options? I know they're all farm work, but like, is it like strawberry picking or?
Yeah, I think there'll be all sorts of
bananas sharing those sound as fuck.
I don't even know, mate. I think there's a lot like mangoes and pineapples and stuff grown there.
It'd be similar technique though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Is it just for how physical it is? Like you're trying to basically chopping trees down all day. And all
that. That's it. Because obviously, like you said, the berries and stuff, they'll be easy to grow. You'll pick them individually, won't you? And I don't know, pineapples that grow from the floor, maybe that would be hard. Watermelons hunching over all day and stuff. Yeah. I'd only seen a thingy not so long back. I didn't know how they grew, but people said the thing with the most ruthless, and it was some scary. I had a really good time. Like, it was one of the best times of my life working because I was so out of my comfort zone doing something different. But it was class. And then there were so many people in the same boat that everyone would stay in a place called Tully. and which is a town near the banana farms, and there will be loads of banana farms around the area, so everyone would go to different ones working. And yeah, coming back, it was the most bizarre place to be in ever. Everyone would say it was like to compare it, but with like Big Brother without the cameras. This place, there would be like 100 people all working and doing the farm, doing the 6 or the 3 months. And it was just mad. Yeah, this is where I got to meet loads of people. Met some.
Easier then.
What, so do they provide you with accommodation, or is it just that everyone resorts to this like one place? Or
everyone goes to these one or two places. And I don't know about the rest of the fruit. Maybe it's the same, but it was basically just like a big hostel. So there'd be like little chicken huts that sleep 4 people, and everyone would just be in these. It was class. So it was a really good time. I don't know. Never again though. I'm so glad that trade deal's kicked in. It's on its way, and I'll never have to go on a banana farm again.
Do you like bananas?
I love them, yeah.
It tastes different over there, fresh from
yeah, that's it. Got to do a tribute now.
To be fair, I bet they're actually nice as fuck. Because like, if you get like down straight away, fresh as fuck banana, rather than being to for like 20 years.
Yeah, who knows what happens to them.
I always think it's mad how there's always like bananas to pick, and that sounds like a proper daft thing, but like, if you're chopping trees down, how many bananas per tree? Like, is it loads or
one? It's one bunch per tree, so
like a bunch like in supermarket, or is it like a bunch like massive?
So it's a long bunch. You probably get like a 4 to 6 foot stalk bunch covered in bananas. So they'll be broke off and give to the supermarkets. But yeah, mate, we think of the amount of bananas that get eaten all over the world. Like you can't get your head around it, can you? Can't even compute that. But yeah, who knows how they grow fast enough? It's crazy, eh? Or munching away.
Could you see yourself living in any of these countries permanently?
I don't know. Australia maybe, because it's like because it's quite similar to home. You know, you were saying earlier, it's like
England abroad.
Yeah, exactly.
Like infrastructure and that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you couldn't. I imagine it'd be hard to live in it. I've never even been, but it's hard to live in Asia or adapt because parts of Asia, like Singapore's. I'm not gonna say futuristic, but like I always think that. We were doing a pod the other day, weren't we, like, about England, about his dream country or whatever, and we were just kind of conclusion, right, like England, because like everything's connected. There's motorways, like you can just go to the shop and get some. It's just proper like easy going, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whereas like if you struggle to even basics of tasks, which I imagine in parts of town you do.
It's got to be
It's
life will be a bore, mate. So, like, a holiday maybe is fun, but honestly I think I'll settle here. I absolutely love this country, mate.
And if you've done some travelling. In here, when I said that you coming on, and I went on Instagram, I had another look again. I didn't realise that one of your photos, it looks like you're like Iceland, so it's only Scotland, isn't it?
Yeah. This is what I mean. Like,
so there's places to go in England that we should be seeing.
100%, mate. Yeah, there's. I think through the lockdown, especially, I got a new appreciation for UK, because obviously we had nothing to do, and I feel like it sort of broke us old routines where me and my mates would always just go to pub and go out. Do you know what I mean? Like that would be a standard thing to spend time. We couldn't through the lockdown, so we'd just be going. We'd like do wild camping and stuff, or we're just going out on days out and stuff in nature. And yeah, I've seen some class places. Like I can't. I've got a new love for UK now.
I want to do that kind of shit now.
Yeah.
Well, it's so fun, and it's like wild camping. You got to drive there. It's just free, isn't it?
I've never done wild camping. I don't know how it works.
If we had time, I'd be saying like, let's go. But
I actually would when you come back.
If you come back.
What's this? This is probably a boring question again for me. I'm not doing a good job, but like wild camping, do you literally just chuck a tent in back? But what about if you like put your tent up and then the farmer comes out like, hey, get off my bananas? What happens? I don't go anywhere. I don't get it.
Well, it's legal in Scotland. You can wild camp in Scotland. Sorry.
You love Scotland.
Can't get enough. It's class.
Define wild camping then. Is it because I've still been campsites in Scotland, but can you just go right, I'm on your lawn? Like what are rules? Can you just go on a farm? Do you know what I mean?
I don't know, to be fair. Like if you can go on if it's clearly someone's land, I don't really know. Yeah, I know. Just do what you want.
I don't know.
Wild camping there.
Yeah, I'm not even sure, Dan. To be fair,
it all belongs to someone. I mean, if I think we're going to wild camp round bounds, you think, oh well, we should can and all. But that's what where do you even go? I don't know.
That can be warm up, can't it?
Yeah. I know after this.
But I don't really know. I've never been moved on or anything. I know that can happen. Like people, I think that's all that can happen. They can just ask you to leave and hopefully not an absolute.
So what do you look for in a spot?
we'll just go up a mountain and get a good view.
Oh,
and
so you're going up mountain and doing it?
Yeah.
That's a good shout.
Yeah, we'll just go as high as we can, kind of thing.
I'm so lazy, I just thought flat ground.
Yeah, I literally thought we'll pull up here.
Yeah.
That will do.
Yeah, I had to create a beer up. Ben Nevis won it, so.
Oh yeah, how was the thing? You did the. Was it 3 peaks you two did?
I didn't do him, no.
I did it.
I don't know.
I thought you did Andy though.
No, he did him with work.
I did it with work.
Oh right.
Yeah, that weren't me saying to ask me about 3 peaks. I feel like that's just coming across like that. But no, I don't know. But doing that, I said I'd never do it again.
Okay.
I think the back to back.
It must be intense.
It was terrible.
See, I'd love to do him.
I couldn't
Would
even.
you?
Yeah.
No, I want to do Yorkshire 3 peaks.
I'll do Yorkshire.
That's not a time.
Yeah.
But it was just brutal. Like I couldn't even walk. We were on car on way to Snowdon. We got out of services for the toilet. I couldn't even walk. Obviously, in the end, I ended up getting up mountain. But I was slowest at group. I'm not really overweight, but like I could tell that like I maybe should lose a bit of timber because like my knees were batting. I'm like an old man here, do you know what I mean? I'm only 25. But doing that, or like right after that, like I want to do stuff like this every weekend. You know,
It feels amazing, doesn't it?
Because like last night we went out last night, spent
Really
X amount of money.
that. I was about to say that.
You know, you're rough as nice. We only speed up 3
I
times.
was
It's
just
just like,
3 times before recording.
but it's like, why have we not just up sticks and gone camping? I know there's weather and that, but who gives a shit?
I would much rather do that than spend 100 quid in Barnstown Centre.
Yeah, I do that every single week.
Literally, it's just fucking boring, isn't it?
You just gotta go on, I suppose.
Just try,
you just gotta do it.
Yeah, try new things in it. Well, because I didn't know if I would like it, the wild camping, but I couldn't get enough. Yeah, just it's fun. So yeah, we'll just go up. I've got a little pop-up tent from Argos. No messing about. You know what I mean?
I've just lead Argos app as well.
For this, I know.
Fuck's sake.
And yeah, you've no toilet or anything, but
True, yeah.
I think this leads into we've got like your generic travelling question because I've no idea, but like I suppose the same for wild camping. What is in your travel backpack? Like what do you cut out? What is the absolute essentials that you just need and it's right?
Okay, at all times.
Yeah, because wild camping, I suppose you're only for 1 night in England. You can live without.
Yeah, you take it. Yeah.
But like, so what are you taking to Perth? Like, what is in your thing?
So I've took like obviously clothes, like, but I've took I don't know. This time I've took like some stuff for working. So I want to work in like bars and restaurants. So I've just took a bunch of trousers and shirts, you know, some shoes and stuff. So I'm trying to think like anything that you wouldn't not want to take on a normal holiday, but.
Is it literally just normal?
Yeah, and anywhere you go, you can get anything in it. So it's normally quite relaxed. But one thing that if you've not got already, just pops into my mind then for the shaving. It's the best thing I ever got. So you know, obviously when you're shaving, it's just such a ball ache, innit? Cleaning the sink up after, that's the worst bit of it all. So I got this thing the other week on Amazon, and it's got two suction things. Clip on the mirror, stick it on the mirror, and it's just
Catches it all.
Yeah. Little beer catcher. Oh, that's the one. That's my favourite thing that's in the bag at the minute. So, you know.
You'll not have him buy one.
When you said, you know, when you're shaving, I'm like, what do you mean?
What do you do about haircuts? Because you got nice skin fade. I couldn't be asked me. 3 days it's expired. It already looks shy.
Yeah. Man, he's doing it again. I did one yesterday. Depends how long you're away, but just probably you got to.
You just need to do a barber's.
Just got to go for it, innit?
Obviously, there's barbers.
Yeah, everyone has a haircut, innit? So.
Everybody's not in England. Dan thinks they just got all the way.
But that's the biggest risk ever, though, isn't it? Even if you're getting a new barber in UK, the biggest risk. So you're trusting somebody in a different country, next level.
That's why when we were locked down, I'm just on Turks now. I don't give a shit. Anyone can cut it.
Yeah, fair.
Skin fade, isn't it? I'm not good bastard anyway, so it make a difference. Can't polish a shite, can you?
What? This is a bit of a deeper question.
Okay.
But I hope you're ready for it. How does it impact on your mental health when you're like travelling and you're away? Does it maybe make it better because you're like living in nature, you're fucking doing min shit, or like affect it negatively because you're like maybe you're alone for some longer periods of time and stuff without like talking to your friends and family?
Yeah. Maybe both of them could definitely affect you in different ways, and maybe it's all down to individual. I mean, I would say overall it's improved mine because of the way that I try to improve my mental health anyway, or look after myself. So that's mine is spending time in nature. So that's what ticks box for me. So the more time I can spend in that, the better.
Because even if I had to dog for a walk, it clears your head. You can't be asked going, but once you're actually like, it's just fresh air sorts you out.
Yeah, bit of reality.
You know, put your phone away. We'll put tunes on obviously, but
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Put it away for 30 seconds.
Yeah, but to get out of the concrete box, you feel there's no better feeling like it, is there?
That's my biggest thing. I'm always on my fucking phone, so like I feel like that impacts me.
It's
yeah, me too, mate. Me too.
But our life is mine is spend all day at medium screen, back to watching big screen at home while you're scrolling on small screen. It's just like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's wanking it.
Maybe I just need to take a sabbatical. If companies like did, which I think that there's, you know, with COVID and that, I'll say from like my point of view working, I've noticed that companies are like changing the policies for, you know, the benefit packages for employers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of them are looking to obviously flexible working, hybrid working, all that kind of stuff. I think that they should be more supportive of like, right, I'd love to take 6 weeks off and just go travel. Do you know what I mean? I think everyone deserves to be able to do something like that.
Yeah.
I do agree with that. Though.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I think they probably will introduce. You know, like I know there's companies doing work from anywhere, so you can, as long as you get your work done, you can go to Australia.
Yeah,
it's on a laptop in it, and you just crack on.
It's got to be more flexible for us, hasn't it? Like moving forward.
We COVID, there's literally more to life, isn't there?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I agree.
And I think the way that it's so strict in that you've got to be at this certain place at a certain time, you know, working at it.
Dropping your laptop that you could do anywhere.
Yeah.
Like I say, pandemic, we aren't going into a full thing about that, but you just opened everyone's eyes that quite literally there's more to life than just, you know, that's why they're struggling to get airport people, all them shit jobs that is fine to say, because they realise that they could get a different job elsewhere or more money and be a lot happier. So no one wants to go flinging bags into planes anymore and get abused for it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, should you? Yeah. People have woke up a little bit, aren't they?
Yeah.
You were in Australia when COVID came in, weren't you?
Yeah. So I come home in March. At the end of March, I think it was. Whatever year
first
COVID happened.
Year-long travel, weren't it, Australia?
That was the big one. Yeah.
So how long had you been there?
I think about 10 months, and then.
Oh, so you've done a fair bit.
Yeah, and then we started to hear about COVID on the thing. It was starting to creep in. You're hearing little rumours about it in China and stuff.
Yeah.
What were Australia's response to it like? So we had England.
New Zealand
China's
smashed it.
They really did, yeah. And I think New Zealand especially, and I heard the president or prime minister of New Zealand when it first come up. Yeah, I don't know her name, but I remember hearing her say like everyone just saying to the nation like everybody's gonna act like they've got COVID-19 and then they stayed safe that way. But
yeah, but didn't it come back to bite on arse? Because I'm sure they went into like mad lockdowns like last year when we were all back in boozers and.
True.
You know what I mean? I think it did like it worked, but it was inevitable that it's going to get in.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I don't want to go into it massively. It's just normal now. Like I walk around Leeds, it was Primark absolutely packed. Like no one gives a shit.
We're all sharing e-looks and that.
Isn't it?
No one gives a fuck about COVID. It's like it doesn't exist though.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't care less. I didn't really care when I did a bit. But.
So what were going back to what Australia's like? Like over there? Because obviously you were close. Australia's a lot closer to China than we are. I know you're an island. Well, we're an island, but do you know what I mean? It's like what were there? Were you all thinking, oh, it's gonna be no? I remember I was speaking to my mum about this yesterday. We literally thought it was gonna be when Boris went to tell it, it'd be 2 or 3 weeks and it'll blow over. And not a single person can say that they didn't think that because we're so naive. It never happened, has it? We're like, oh, it'd be a few weeks, shut down, but after that, blow over.
It was a joke, mate, wasn't it? Yeah, and it just kept coming. It was crazy. Yeah, we were saying, oh, we'll be back in pub next week, 2 weeks, like it was sound. But I come back March, and then I seen all my friends at a pub, and then the week after that was the introduced lockdown. But Boris was on the TV.
Oh, so you actually at home?
Just
going into lockdown.
Yeah.
Was that always the plan to come home, or did you come home because of COVID?
No, I didn't come home because of COVID, but I remember like the last couple of weeks I were there, just things I were in between apartments, you know, finding a place to stay, like in between jobs I was going through different jobs, couldn't find the right job, and it just didn't feel right, so it made me had enough, and I was like, right, I'm gonna come home. And then thank God I come in that time because there were a lot of people I know that got stuck out there and they had to stay the whole time, like they couldn't leave the island, and you'd be in the shits, wouldn't you? Like, how are you gonna expect your mum and dad to pay for your rent and stuff while you're away on there? You know, what are you gonna? Yeah. So it was a blessing in disguise, really, coming back, and it's been an absolute blast. The lock, you know, I can't say the lockdown, but you know, spending this time in UK with your mates, we've had a good time, haven't we? Like,
I just went on Warzone every night. You probably did a lot more interesting stuff than me, but did just have a good time.
Well, that's what counts.
That's Oh, I'm gonna ask you a good question there about something I forgot.
What is like, and if you don't want to speak about this, we can cut. But
Yeah,
what is your, obviously there's the travel and its glamour and all that, but what is your life like at home in between? I know a bit like, but say what you need to say. But yeah, you've got to fund this travelling. It's not, you've got to come back. You got to come back to I am sustained financially or relationship-wise.
Yeah.
So what is life like in between going places?
Well, last time I come back, I neglected my son really. I just come back and left my son in the shits. With nothing. I didn't leave myself any savings or out. I was just living in the moment, whatever. So I had to start from scratch and build up again, which wasn't the best. But I've learned from a mistake there, so I wouldn't do that to my son again. But yeah, my time at home when I come back or in between places, I'm just working shitty jobs, whatever. I'm not really bothered as long as I'm just getting any job at the time, saving my money and getting out kind of thing. But
so do you not mind working the shitty jobs because it's purely this is a job and I'm here to save money and that's it.
That's it, and that's all right for now. I can't imagine that's gonna work for me forever, of course. But for now, that's all right. I'm like, I'm not really taking the career. I don't think you've seen me take career seriously once, have you? But
no, but you have done a lot more cool things than me.
Well,
so
I don't know.
It doesn't matter, does it?
But it's like we were saying earlier, isn't it?
What?
Like there's them two paths, but like people are jealous of the person on the other path.
It's hard to get a balance, in it.
Yeah, there is no. I don't find there is any balance.
That's why I think I always say I need to, because I've not done it. I probably want to do it at some point. I'm gonna have to get it out of my system just to see that there's more. There's more at world, isn't there? Like you've got a good stance on all these. When you asked, did you have a good time? So I'd never go back. Is it you said that you don't want to go back to the same country?
I'd never go back to the same country. Just because.
Oh, okay.
There's other stuff to see.
That's sick, yeah.
I've been to Amsterdam 7 times, but
How many times have you been to Prague and we're going in October?
Twice. It's been used.
You get to implement this rule.
I think like once you've been there, you've experienced it. Unless you proper love it, like you're Australia, you know what I mean. But like I just won't go back. I've been to Paris to be fair, and I thought that was a bit shit, so I won't go back there.
Okay. I think that's just part of it's all set up. It's because again, get a job. Go to Spain for a week, 2 weeks a year, and people go to the same spot because they like it. Because I suppose it's having confidence and being comfortable in it. If you go to, if a beach holiday in Spain suits you for 2 weeks, and for some people that's fine.
Yeah,
but if you got that mindset, which there is more to see, isn't there? Then you do different stuff. But
you were saying about not going to the same places twice.
Oh yeah, we were.
I love that because the world is there's so many places. The world's massive. There's all these different places to see. You think, why? And time is precious. You think, why go to the same place? When you wanna.
I honestly don't see a point going back to somewhere like you're saying. There's so many places to see, and I've honestly seen fuck all.
Me too, mate.
It is a risk though, isn't it? Because it's saying me out. I prefer to watch a film that I've already seen because I don't want to waste my time.
Yeah,
I think we're all.
I agree with everybody's point.
But
I know. Some debate this and it.
But you don't want to be like, maybe there's a risk. I don't want it to be shit. Like I've just been to Turkey and had a hotel wank and we're full on. I've got Jet to El Dubai.
Yeah.
But there's a risk in there. Like I like that, so I want to go back. There's the element I want to go back again, but like. I know that I'm going to like it, so why not?
Yeah,
because you only do get
somewhere else.
You save up all year for it. You only do get 2 weeks off, and you go. And if you don't want to work all year to go on it, that will wang. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
I think that's probably why it's just easier, isn't it?
It is easier.
Like Spain, it's only 2 hours away. It's always sunny, warm. You can get a full English, sorted, isn't it? Yeah.
And if you know you're gonna have a good time, why gamble not having a good time?
That's true. Yeah. So I also agree with that point.
I know. I've just got no identity.
I'm such a beta male, I'm just agreeing with everybody. I'm like,
So speaking of not going back to somewhere, one of the things we've put is there anywhere you won't go back to? Let's talk about some shit places that that were horrendous. I will not be going back there. None.
No. Never on this pod again. I don't know. I think.
Or places you went and you're like, well, that didn't really live up to it.
Yeah. There's a lot of shit places, eh? I don't think I've got an answer for that. I can't really think of any.
You've not really had an experience that like this is no.
No, it's scarred.
Not back here.
Yeah, no, it's scarred me. Places that aren't that interesting, or whatever. Then maybe like I mentioned we went round the Emirates, and there were a few places on there that were just very strict. Very strict Muslim countries that I wouldn't have chose to, just what the cruise was going on. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So like Corfu Can, I wouldn't.
Can you have a drink in that there?
Like I don't know. Maybe.
And shit.
There's like no PDA or always like proper
Like if
tattoo.
a woman's ankles out, then they're getting fucking machete.
Well,
Yeah.
They've got hard on like, but then they're getting machete on.
some of the thing is, some were more strict than others. Dubai was so commercialised that even at the time it were like, yeah, you go around probably a bikini and shop and no one would put it on. You know what I mean? I don't feel like you would get into trouble, but maybe you would, but you know, it's a bit more relaxed. And then I remember Qatar and Abu Dhabi were a lot more strict. Like they would, and then I just mentioned Khor Khan. Then that was a place where it's around the corner. The corner. I don't know proper geological thing for it, but it's east of Dubai and like sort of
that place.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Khor Khan. Probably not saying it right.
Does it sound
the part?
Yeah, it sounds min.
It's all right then. But yeah, I remember we just stayed on boat because you weren't even allowed to. You weren't allowed to show any hair, like, so we would have to wrap. Yeah, and you're hairy as this. What are you gonna do?
That's such a fucking stupid rule, though.
Yeah,
you know what I think? Like,
I don't know about it. Like, I don't know anything about the religion because I'm just a bit ignorant there. I'm not. We didn't really get taught much in school, did we? All so.
Yeah, fuck.
No.
Curriculum now, isn't it? But
yeah. So I'm a bit blind to the reasons they do things, but obviously you respect it, of course, but. Yeah, I just stayed on the boat. I didn't want to play that.
What the fuck? Did anybody get off the boat and did they have to just like absolutely show no hair?
They would have done. They probably would have wrapped up in.
Would you have to cover beard or not?
Yeah.
You just all go out in.
Classes of
yeah, is that what it's called? A hijab? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't butcher it.
I know. But we'll go for that because we've not got much knowledge on the hijab.
Was that your worst experience? Was that what you asked in there?
Just somewhere I won't go again.
Yeah.
Because I dragged that out for so long just to say no.
I'm assuming Australia is a place where you're like, that's where I'm just going to keep going back to.
I love that, yeah. And because it's such a big country, like this time, last time I went, I was on the East Coast. I'd seen the East Coast. This time I'm going to the West.
Oh shit!
So it'd be like a different
really
place.
Isolated, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it one of the most isolated cities within a country?
I think so, mate. Yeah, because there's nothing around it. It's just
pure outback to get to Sydney, innit?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it so it's like West Coast and East Coast and the centre of Australia is just
it's just desert. Yeah, there's nothing there. Like
in literally most people just live on East Coast anyway, near water, and then it's literally just desert, and then Perth over there.
Pretty much that's it. Yeah.
Fuck me.
Like, would you if you wanted to nip to Sydney? Would you have to fly there?
Yeah, I don't think they do. You could drive around the coast, whatever, but I think maybe it's like a 5-6 hour flight or something from coast to coast. God. It's a big country. You can fit like all of Europe. You always see these maps, where they'll put
proper scale and it shrinks up. And
and all the countries that fit into Australia, it's crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're pretty lucky. Small Europe is but connected, but so different. We're everywhere. Whereas it's like America, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why they only go on all their vacation is like they'll all go Florida or
California,
that's it. Because when countries that big.
By the time you've got out, yeah. My sister, she's got one of her best mates. She's Australian, and you hear it all the time. Aussies love UK, and I think obviously because it's an amazing country anyway. That the island is class.
God save the Queen.
God save the King, and crazy, yeah.
Don't they go to Bali though for holiday?
Yeah, Bali's like their Spain, like because in terms of it being close.
Is that their like MAGA straight to Bali?
Yeah, that's it.
Have you been to Bali?
No, I would love to.
You should have me someone who fucking loves Bali.
I reckon I get on the It's on the list.
We Bali bananas.
But yeah, they all love UK because of the fact that it's close to everything. It's tiny, yeah, and you can you can look where you can go in a couple of hours. You could get to Iceland.
It is a joke.
All of Europe, like Africa in 4 hours. It's a good place on the map here.
Even in England, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Like literally, if you want to go to a coast, either one from where we are, from Yorkshire.
That's 2 hours.
2 hour that way, an hour and 10 that way.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's your lot. Did I mean?
Yeah, it's bang on, innit? It's good UK.
It is, but like, it's not as beautiful as like your Australians, and I don't think anyway, because like
probably not. I bet
I might be wrong. I actually might be wrong.
Yeah. I don't know. Everyone has different ages.
Yeah.
On drive, I've only done Ben Nevis, but on the drive there was some like proper like.
I won't
some
mind
out of the
Scotland.
film.
I think Scotland it would be sick.
I want to do that NC 500.
Yeah, same.
And that's bait, but
It looks ace. I've done nothing.
You've got a lot of that to come though.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, like I said, we're only just getting started. We're so young, but now I've just found what I enjoy, so I'm just gonna keep at this for now. But yeah, I'm already excited to come back and explore UK. Get a van or something. Yeah,
you're gonna
get a van?
Oh, it'd be ace, wouldn't it? Like Hibbert, he's laughing, isn't it?
Literally.
Just sold it like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just sold it.
Yeah, but still, like
that kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, it's a dream.
Like
that,
a camper van or something. Or
yeah.
On top, like Hibbert.
What'll stop me? I just can't get time off work. So, do you know what I mean?
I honestly think that's a big problem. I think it needs to be addressed. Like you work too hard to like not have any fun.
We need to do live to work.
100%.
Work to live, not. You know what I'm trying to
say. I know the saying, but we need more of that, don't we?
It's fucking shit.
Just feels a bit like enslavement sometimes, doesn't it? You think.
And sometimes
doesn't have to be.
What am I trying to get this money and what am I saving it for? Because like I ain't spending it on like good stuff. I'm spending it on fucking
health bars.
Subscribers. Yeah.
Shout out to 2 new subscribers last night. You are £20 richer.
Yeah, thank you very much.
But I think it's from my point of view, like. You just sound like a bell when you're saying, like, I've got a career, but I think it's probably easy for you because you haven't got, you did not finish uni, so you've not got like commitment, or you could be like, right, fuck it, I'm gonna go. But when you've worked to get into a career,
you've put so much in to get where you are now.
That's not what I want to do. I do want to be backpacking around on kangaroos. You know what I mean? I don't want to just now I'm R5.
Maybe the balance, Dan, and like he's talking about earlier with especially with your kind of work, it's getting more flexible in it, and maybe that's something that will happen in the future. You can just get more. Yeah, have a balance of just adventure and career.
You'd like to think, wouldn't you?
Wouldn't go amiss.
You'd be alright.
It really wouldn't go for
them signings don't make the sense, do they?
No, I'm afraid. I was thinking then when you were saying like my kind of work is like very different. I can't work from home, so like I can't do anything remotely, kind of thing. So it's like I've probably just got to fucking suck it up and do that forever, so I won't be able to.
Yeah, but you're in a good position because it's your own business that you will eventually get people to do that.
Yeah, that's it. I was just gonna say.
I think you're absolutely laughing. You tell me in van, and I'll just be like.
Yeah, because as soon as you get to a place, or even if you get somebody, your employer that you trust and can do as good a job, then you can leave them and do what you want and run the business. But this business is running while you got feet up in it. So there's ways for us all. We'll get there.
We'll get there, won't we? I really like the idea of maybe like, how you're doing like mad international travel, but when you were saying then like maybe England travel, but like just getting a van and like living life like that. Yeah. Maybe like there is people who live in vans, isn't there? Like
full time.
Is that something you'd do?
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah. I did a thingy. What is it? I think it was in just over a week. A little camper van on the East Coast, and it was the best time ever. I loved that. I bet. Obviously, there would be. I watch loads of people on YouTube doing the van vlogs and stuff, but obviously it comes with its downs. But I reckon it will be lush. No, exactly. It's not all glorified, but I reckon the freedom of just having your home on wheels, that would be ace, wouldn't it?
Well, there's a lifestyle for you if you want to rent it. Quite a few do. But I tell you what, my actual thing with that is I'd love to do it, but even like with motorhomes and that, I'd get really scared that all my things are in this thing. It can break down, it can get set on fire, someone can nick it. Like an home, you can't nick an home. You can nick stuff in the home.
Yeah.
But it's like you can't nick bricks, can you?
A bit more vulnerable, aren't you?
Like if you leave your van parts up and you've come back off your nice little hike and that, it's like, my house is gone.
I didn't even think about that. I don't know why, but yeah.
It breaks down, like I say, it gets set off in a crash.
Yeah.
It's like,
true.
Yeah.
Maybe not for me, but
yeah, stay away from that one.
This is going back to like international travel. I wanted to ask you. It's a bit like a backpack thing, but. Again, I think I get too conscious of where my phone is, where this is, where that is. I'm a bit of a freak like that. Where is your stuff? I know that when you move in places, like you're going from here to here, you've got your backpack with you, but if like you're going out for a day, like where is your stuff? Like I suppose if you're in an hotel room, crack on, but if you're in an hostel, you have to just take everything with you all the time.
Yeah, like you say, normally in a hotel and you got your safe or whatever, you just like at home, innit?
Yeah.
And hostel probably the same, like they have safes and stuff you can put your stuff in, but in terms of passport, wherever I got passport and phone, I've got it on me all times, really.
Yeah.
And if especially if I'm going places by myself and I wanna swim, I hate leaving my stuff on the beach. It would ruin experience.
It shits me up.
It's vile, innit?
Yeah. It's like a wet bum bag or something.
Yeah. I'll just put I'll have a waterproof phone case, and then I'll just put my passport, money, and phone in that and chuck it in the pocket. It's around a string around the waist kind of thing.
Really?
I just couldn't relax, like just swimming about.
That was literally me when I went on holiday and we left all this stuff on, put it under a towel and that, but I'm having a really good time. But when about with snorkels, I was just sat there, I was just coming back to you like, you better not, there's not I could have done because you won't nick it. I'm like, you better look your way there. So. It does ruin it though, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's mad that people don't fucking nick shit on beach more often. To be fair, I've never had my stuff nicked on beach, but I'm like very, very scared of it.
Gap market for us, isn't they?
Yeah. Lod's got his shoes nicked, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, he went on this one, but went to Zante and he got down and dirty with someone on beach and just got all his stuff nicked right between us.
No.
Walking back to the covering his cock.
Well, no, he did keep his clothes, but he put his iPhone inside his shoes in trainers, and they just took them.
That's wanky.
Trainers were fake anyway, but foam weren't.
That's rough.
That is
I hope she were worth it, like.
She would have been.
Definitely not. It's generic and it's hard to think stuff on the spot, but like, what is your best memories from that? What's like your key standout? Like, I remember this forever, like that kind of stuff.
I think any moment that's just made me. You know that feeling of is it awe you call it? And just
you're in awe of stuff.
Yeah, that feeling. Anytime I've had that feeling, wherever it be, they're the moments that stick with me, and that's what I'm always chasing. I don't know, things that make me get that feeling is in nature. Like just if you're in incredible places and it's just beautiful, or I'm fascinated by space. You know, that's one of my massive passions. Like
space.
Yeah.
I fucking love space, man.
It's class, mate.
It's mint as fuck.
You could never get bored talking about it.
No, literally.
And it's
back as a regular guest. We'll just do a space.
Yeah, we'll do a space.
I actually would love to do a space.
But yeah, just seeing the thing. I'm always stargazing here. You know what I mean? I love going and looking at planets and stars in the sky. It's sick.
Like just on space, one second, like. And like, you know, like feeling pressures of life and like travelling and whatever. If you actually look how big the galaxy is and how many things,
everything is.
It makes me feel insignificant, but that's
a good thing.
That lifts some pressure off me
helps.
sometimes. So like, I really don't matter. So this decision that I'm making now, it's alright.
Yeah, that's class.
That helps me sometimes, and I'm very stressed about like, I'm really maybe not doing a good enough job of this or that.
You're just down tools and you're just there like in a transport. Just thinking about Africa.
All my Google search is like looking at galaxy pictures on the phone.
That's what you get off to.
Like a Blasters radio. But yeah, that makes me feel good thinking about like that. And I think if I thought like that more often, you know, maybe I'd do stuff that you were doing and that, rather than being so scared about not like making the right decision all the time. Wasn't there?
Because none of it matters, does it? And it's class that you can do that. And I'm in the same mindset there, where that's all it takes. If you're feeling up, you know, if life's just getting a bit much, then if you can just chuff and lay on the grass and look up, then that calms you down. Then we're doing all right, aren't we?
It's
so,
true.
You know.
Yeah, we're not in like poverty and that. Like third world countries that we're fucking doing alright.
Yeah, we're alright.
To flip that, then, you know, we've basically only been talking about travelling, which is fair. But like, what does all give you satisfaction outside of travelling? Because I'm not going to insult you here, but I feel like sometimes with people's personality, and it's not that.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Not
No, I hear it though. Yeah.
But like, what else? If you got stripped away of, you can't. You know, you are just basically put into our lives. Like, what do you think? What do you think you? I don't know what I'm trying to say.
What would make me happy?
Yeah,
just, like I said, mate, just nature. Like I think no matter what situation, we just live like a bit of an, I don't know. As long as I can live a sort of natural life, you know, do natural things, and then that's what makes me happy. That's what makes me feel at ease. So yeah, I don't know.
So you're not materialistic, are you? No, not like social. Like you don't. I know you post your stuff, but you're not like. Well, you're not a travel vlogger. You said this, but like you strike me that even if someone were materialistic before they went away, you maybe come back and be like your latest phone car doesn't really matter. It's just a tool to get you to A to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You say it like that.
I think that's on it. It's probably still got some work. My how I emotionally attach things myself to. I don't know, material things. You know, like brands and stuff. We're all guilty of it, aren't we? And it's definitely got better over the years, but.
You can't go out looking like a twat though, can you really?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we're still clinging on to ego there. So
yeah.
I still go and get my hair cut and stuff. I've not got dreads, you know. So, but I hope
Look at me.
I will cling on to that. Yeah, if I keep me in line there, Dan. If it goes wrong.
When hot cameras went down, you were asking about like clothes and that, and like when you're travelling, do you give a fuck about what you're wearing, or you're literally just in like a pair of swim shorts and like
shorts in it, yeah. But I feel like it's a bigger part of our sort of our culture, isn't it? Though when we live, we're always wrapped up anyway. So
yeah, true.
It's going to be more important what we've got on in it, and
I suppose.
I'd always find like in like even Spain and like Greece or whatever, all like nobody who actually lives there gives a fuck about what they're wearing. Because realistically, they're just
all in mythos tops.
It's hot.
Yeah,
they're not bothered. They've got flip flops on. They're jumping in and out of the sea. Like they're not got fucking.
Do you reckon it's an English thing?
It might be.
I think it's a Western thing, isn't it?
Western, yeah, true.
Right, and Instagram, and that's not helps, and you don't go down that rabbit hole. But
yeah.
like, I think you've literally made a good point. It's cold. It's getting cold now. You need coats. You need layers. When it's warm, like you want to take stuff off. Like you're not arsed, are you? Whereas if you're gonna wrap yourself up with something, what's the way of showing off your earnings? I don't know.
That
doesn't bother me, but
it?
How else can you show your wealth? And I'll fucking have. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't got a problem with people that's into it, but I think people are also into like. Not necessarily expensive fashion, but just fashion in general. Like, but I suppose that they don't give a fuck abroad, do they? Or probably don't.
They don't seem to get a fuck about like cars either, though. Like in them countries, they're not literally the world's shittest car, but it's like who gives a fuck. I like that. It's like
I do like coming back to England though. There's just like not normal, actual presentable stuff though. That's one thing. You know, when you're driving for air flight, thank God there's an actual like, BMW or something.
Everything just feels a bit normal, doesn't it?
It's like home comfort, innit?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And I miss a lot of that.
Yeah, me too.
How much do you keep in touch with? Sorry, I didn't know what I was going to. But how much do you keep in touch with like what's going on in England at home?
I'm
not.
What, as in like what's going on with the country?
Yeah, I'm not talking like your mates really. Like,
I
trust you get. You know, you've obviously got your relationships with them, but like I don't know what important events have. Why you've been away? You know, if you'd been away and Queen had died, that kind of thing. But what do you keep in touch like? Because I know you're not even like a big sport fan, are you? Really?
No.
So like, it's not like you've got like, oh shit, I need to watch Man City game while I'm away. Like, so do you keep in touch with what's going on in this country at all? Or just like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't really ask. Like if you but maybe that changes when you getting older. Like I think I've got into politics a lot more because of the thing. Yeah, I know. Last thing we did it, but because of COVID. So maybe I will be interested in that bit more, but I don't think so. Just fucking.
What have you dabbled into?
What do you mean?
Are you like full on
Green Party?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they probably got most of my interest in Green Party, but I don't like probably wouldn't agree with the way that all point, the direction that all the governments are pointing towards. I don't think it's got his best interest in heart, to say the least. You know what I mean?
It's mad that you like a seasoned traveller, you go everywhere and you know more about.
But he knows exactly what Liz Truss said. Prime Minister's questions.
I don't keep in touch with this. And I live here. I don't keep in touch with any of that shit.
Ignorance is bliss, in it, but then you get people that say that women fought to vote and you should use your phone. It's like, I can't use it anymore because signature's void. So
your signature's void.
I voted on Brexit and I got a letter a few weeks later saying your vote didn't count because your signature didn't match.
As if.
So I don't know what signature government's got for me. Like, it's
probably when you were like 8 years old, you were like D-N.
Well, no, it were, but from working at Tesco, having to sign money lifts off all the time. My signature is now a squiggle, but it is my signature. But so I've probably signed using that. But then obviously I was like D.Ness, like with smiley face, like dick on it.
Like your kit number and that 7 circle.
Yeah, exactly. So I can't vote anyway, but
no, fuck that.
She's a beauty.
I'm trying to stay away from all that if we can.
Yeah.
Good odds as each other.
I don't know if I've asked you this, but I think you said what's the kind of your best moments? But have you got I'm negative Nancy me, but have you got any things that you're like this were fucking shit? Like any moments where you maybe felt down or you didn't have a good experience somewhere?
Yeah. I think.
And also, and the second part of that, did you go to that elephant sanctuary thing?
Yeah, I went to an elephant sanctuary. Yeah. I'll say that after. Yeah, I think just times like when I've been maybe missing people or skin. Dark times, eh? But we get through it, bro.
Then you look outside and you're in some absolutely unreal city, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Do you have to how do you manage your money?
I'm getting better with it.
Yeah.
I'm getting better with managing my money.
Like when you're abroad, so.
Is it Starling in that or Monzo? Is it just Kane in there?
What's that?
I thought you'd have it. It's like a bank, innit? Even it's like
maybe you should link me up. I don't know.
Isn't that Monzo?
Making checks and that.
Yeah.
Have you even heard of him?
No. Where have I been?
Well, it's because you can
attach a £10 note to a carrier pigeon.
You can pay. When I go abroad now, I just tap my card like normal.
No fees
really? It's like it's a new thing. Everyone's got a Monzo now.
Monzo, yeah.
Maybe that's what you missed out on while you were travelling.
That's it. Yeah.
So,
but
like,
you got me a message about them? maybe after.
When I go on holiday for like a week, for example, I've got a set budget, like what I've took for spending money.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, obviously I can look at stuff and be like, oh, I want to go on that jet skiing, but it's 45 quid and that, and it's fine because I've saved. It's like Monopoly money when you're abroad, isn't it? But if you're doing travelling, I suppose you've got to treat it a little bit more seriously. Like,
it takes a bit more respect.
There's a bit of like longevity.
Do you have to say like, I can't afford to go out tonight, that kind of stuff?
I don't know. I've not been like. I feel I do my best to not miss out on things I really want to do. But I don't know. Maybe the things I would prioritise things different.
Yeah.
Apologies, cameras have just gone down. Massive technical issues, but third time lucky, we're back now.
Tell me about them fucking elephants.
We'll get there. You asked me if I went to the elephant sanctuary. And it was class. I did go to Thailand, like probably a lot of people do. Can't wait to ride the elephants and stuff. You know, it just seems harmless, doesn't it? It just seems like you think.
Like riding a donkey.
Yeah, exactly. It's just standard to us. Yeah, you just nothing up with it. And then I ended up, not by choice, I just ended up booking this elephant place that was a sanctuary.
Yeah.
So obviously they've rescued abused elephants from different places, whether it be like from other parks around Thailand or circus
where you go
stuff.
to ride them.
Yeah. So they'd rescued the elephants that people would ride, and obviously we don't unless you do some digging, you don't. It's not common knowledge this thing, is it? So this sanctuary, before we went and seen the elephants, they just showed us this video of like a documentary on behind the scenes of the elephant industry, of them, for entertainment. Yeah. And it was terrible. Like, and people around me as well didn't have any idea how they were treated, and just showed you all the abuse and stuff and the corruption through the in the entertainment industry. And just basically just to say, like, sort of thanks for coming to here and spread the message. Don't ride elephants in Thailand, basically.
What is the crack with it?
I don't know. I don't really know. It was like they're enslaved because they're captured. The elephants shouldn't be in a zoo anyway. You know what I mean, or any enclosure. So any animal that is is kept against its will, basically. Whether it can be any animal. They just showed you how it was wrong.
It's not natural, is it? For an elephant to have people saddled and walk.
No, exactly.
And also from a buyer's point of view, I don't think I'd do it anyway, regardless of that. I'm not saying I'm like sort of my high ground, but I don't actually think it's necessary at all, is it?
No,
what are you gaining from it?
Yeah. Just to get a selfie in it, like.
Literally for gramming it.
Yeah, and the elephant spends its life in enslavement. It's like, and I remember you did a podcast. You mentioned it on was it SeaWorld?
Yeah.
And it's all
some good roller coasters.
I know. No, but it's you had the same view on me of SeaWorld. It was against it, and it's the same with, like, whether it be the elephants, the what were they? Orcas.
Yeah.
Whether it be a chicken or any kind of thing, it's all it's just learning on like how.
Do you guys like wash them and that, elephants? Like,
so what did you actually get to do with them?
I don't know why. I picture like people riding them, like you said.
Yeah.
And obviously they don't do it at this one, and like maybe like washing them. And
yeah.
them
Well, this one they didn't. They just had a bath themselves. Like, they just went. You just watched them go into a.
Head and shoulders and that.
Yeah, that's it. They sorted this out with trunk, but we got to feed them, and then just looking at them, letting
in awe at them.
Yeah, that's it. I was wandering around, not seeing them rocking in a zoo. Do you know what I mean? It was.
I'm gonna add a shit point of view. We went to Berlin just before lockdown.
Oh,
so went to Berlin Zoo, and I am obviously against zoos. I still went to zoo, but that's only time I've seen an elephant, I think, in my life.
Yeah.
And that were like unbelievable. But obviously it was so tight. Like, to just you're saying, what did you do? Well, look at them.
Yeah.
And they weren't like weird because they weren't a fence. So like they had this land, and you were sort of like stood. It's like their land were like that level.
Oh,
but they were like a concrete fence, but then there were a ditch. So obviously the elephant won't jump over it. So that's instead of a fence.
Oh,
so you actually got to see it probably from like here to, and where that sofa's away.
Yeah.
But it'd come right up to there. Like I say, they're not going to jump out or not. So that's a way of encapturing. But like even just seeing an elephant there, I've got loads of photos of videos for Graham and that. But like what you were saying earlier, like that is a proper mad animal. Like,
yeah, what an animal.
Nice as all.
Yeah.
He doesn't deserve to be us gormless twats every day. And I was wondering, like, oh my god, like, he doesn't.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But it's no fault of his own. It's we've been born into the way this this system is now, you know, and we're bound to just use everything that's, you know, but as we're getting older, I suppose we're constantly learning things, aren't we? And we're learning if we agree with certain things or if we think it's right and wrong, and it's all part of fun, isn't it?
Yeah. See that one that you went to, that elephant thing? Do they not in capture them? Are the elephants like free to go and shit?
Well, I don't. I think they said that.
Land.
Yeah, I said it's a big zoo. I think their intention is they rescue them from sanctuaries. Normally rescue them from places that have been worse stripped. So there'll be like a, I don't know too much, but I assume sanctuaries will have like a recovery program, and then their aim, rather than to make money from them and keep them thingy, they'll maybe try and release them into the wild, or maybe get numbers up and that kind of thing. I think that's what most sanctuaries do. But I'm still learning about loads of stuff myself, you know. So who knows? Hope they've got good intentions.
Then it's to be exactly the same.
I've only sort of one more thing to ask you on travelling. Have you? Unless anyone else got up to add.
No.
I don't know how you want to take this, but like, are you satisfied? Like, because obviously this is your thing. Like, if you were to die tomorrow, are you happy with how you spent your time? Obviously you spent it seeing things. I won't be. I can honestly say I won't be satisfied. I ain't done enough. But are you like, yeah, I'm on the right path? This is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a nice question that way. Like I would, I'm happy on I'm satisfied on the track that I'm on I feel like I know how to enjoy myself now. And like I said to you before, I want to see the whole planet, so I don't think I would ever be satisfied. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm always gonna want an adventure. Always want to go see a new thing.
Itch you've got a scratch.
That's it. But I think if this were last day, you know, and whatever happens after, I'd be like, I had a good time. I'd be happy. So if I can just keep doing that, then
that's spot on.
We'll be alright.
Have you any regrets so far?
No, I don't think so. None popped to my head. Nothing that extreme. Maybe a little regrets, of course, but nothing extreme. What about yous?
Full separate episode.
Full regrets.
We'll start a new one then.
No, but you have I've spoke to you, obviously. You know, we've said that I'm we're mates anyway, and I have spoke to you on odd time about this, haven't I? About your travelling and stuff. But you have opened my eyes, and I thought you just made me want. I knew I wanted to do it, and you're probably the same, but I just want to do it now. Do you know what I mean?
It's taking that leap, I think, isn't it?
We are on that other side of the coin where you say, we're looking on your and say, I don't give a shit how well it's going here. There's stuff to see, isn't there? And going to that space thing, I do zoom out and think, look at how insignificant it all is. You know, we're literally on a little rock. I always just say, get one spin on a big rock. It's my phrase at the minute. But you literally
love that. Yeah.
You get one spin on big rock. Well, you don't. You actually get about 70 odd spins. you spin onto you. You know what I mean? You get a couple of spins on big rock and then you're done. So why waste your time stressing over? Have I done this, or am I meeting this deadline? Do you know what I mean? Like, what does it matter in grand scheme of things?
Loads of insignificant.
I love that.
Don't matter, does it?
Yeah.
Well,
happy days.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for running his eyes
and enjoy your flight to Australia tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Tomorrow.
You're not even going to
be on this side.
I should be with my family. What am I doing here?
No, we appreciate it. But
it's been a pleasure.
Thanks for coming on.
Nice one. Right. See you in a bit.
Cheers, fellas. All the best.